Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm Sarah. This is No BS Beauty. So for today, I thought I'd talk about peels and perform a peel on myself. Today I've got the Soonsu Shining Peel, which I find to be a nice, gentle peel. There's a lot of stronger peels. I'm going to talk about different types of peels and things you should actually do at a dermatologist or esthetician's office. But yeah, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to start getting ready. And yeah, so I did my Botox for migraines on Friday. So far, I think that's my third treatment. They do it every 3 months, and so far, so good. I've really not gotten any. I got close to having a migraine one day, and I took Ubrelvy for it, and it helped. So anyway, so the Botox for migraines is amazing because before I'd be down for days with migraines. And sometimes they used to get bad enough where I'd go to the hospital. But anyway, otherwise, you just choose to lay and suffer for 3 hours if you get them. So, okay, so I've got a little headband thing on. I can't do the bumpy headband. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? It's the headband where it's like stuffed with, and it looks like lumpy, and it's like every influencer is using them. I don't get it. I can't do it. They just look so stupid. But they're like the big deal. So, okay, so before I put the peel on, I'm going to put lip balm on my lips because they're very sensitive. The corners of them get cracked easily. So I just find it better to put a little bit on and protect them. So, hang on. Come on. That's not enough. Okay, there we go. So peels typically, if you do them in the winter, that is the best. If you do them in the spring and summer, be sure, don't mess around with it because it will make your face more sensitive and more prone to damage, and you don't want to undo every good thing you've done. So be sure to use good sunscreen and a hat and stay out of the sun. Okay, so this peel comes with 5 different vials. So my first vial I used over the course of, you're supposed to do it like every 7 to 10 days or so until you, I believe until you use it up, but you can choose however. So the first peel I just used on my face only, and I used it several times. And if you get, it comes like with a cap on it, but little cap, you unpeel it. So if you choose to use it in different, you'll have to get a needle or something to pull it out. Or if you use it over your face, neck, and décolleté, it should use up an entire vial or back of hands or whatever. So keep that in mind. If you choose to undo this cap that I'm going to do in a second and then not finish it, it does lose its potency. So keep that in mind and cover it back quickly. So I don't know, I just have a pair of pliers. I don't know. I'm sure you can, there's something fancy to actually undo it. But the other thing with this one, give it a good shake because it does contain an oil layer, which normally if it's not shaken, you can see the little bit of oil floating. But I think this one's too shaked. So anyway, so give it a good shake. There we go. And I'm going to go pull it off with my fancy pliers. There we go. Oof, did you hear that? Okay, so I am going to use, I think I got these on, I don't know, Temu or I don't know, somewhere. And it's just, it's not an actual needle. It's just a suction. So you can suction off, I think. Okay, so I can undo it. I'm going to put it all on a cotton pad because otherwise just patting it onto your skin with your face or patting it on with a brush, you run the risk of getting in your eyes, and you don't want to do that. So, okay. So, here we go. Hopefully this works. There we go. Okay. So, I've got a good amount of it. I'm going to put it on this cotton pad. Or, actually, this is a case where those little Shiseido very thin ones would be perfect for this. But, anyway. I don't love those for other purposes, so I don't really buy them. Okay. So I've got almost all of it out of here. And if you're going to put it on with your hands, use gloves. And especially don't get in your eye. Okay. So here we go. I should be wearing gloves. I'm going to wash my hands when I'm done. Okay. Pull this headband back. There we go. So this is one of the gentler peels. I've done this peel several times. And it's pretty gentle, I find, which makes it nice. I'm going to talk about different types of peels in a second. If your skin is super dry, typically you want to leave this on for, what do they say? 5 to 7 minutes. Is applied every 7 to 12 days, 4 to 6 times. A noticeable result is achieved after 3 procedures. Okay. And how long you keep it on is up to you. You typically will feel some stinging, which is fine. But if it gets to be intolerable, then rinse it off. You don't want to damage your skin. And there are certain peels that are just fine to do at home with caution. And there are some that you're better off going to a medical professional to have done. One that I did at home, which I wish I wouldn't have, the Obagi Blue Brilliance. This stuff is nothing to mess with. It is strong. It is full of alcohol. And I did not like it. I bought it at TJ Maxx and I shouldn't have done that. Triple acid peel. So typically you want to leave it on. I usually leave it on for less than 5 minutes because I'm kind of a wimp. So anyway, so yeah, so it's nice because it has that oil in it. So in here, it's got, let's see, water, glycolic acid, lactic acid, salicylic acid, trichloroacetic acid, mandelic acid, gluconic acid. So it's strong. So peels is just a cosmetic way to help your skin, improve the appearance, and exfoliate the outer layers. What I liked about this one is you don't have the peeling on your skin for 7 days, where your skin is just flaking and there's nothing you can do. I didn't notice that effect, which was nice. So it helps that. It helps promote skin regeneration, improves texture, reduces scars, fine lines, and hyperpigmentation. There's different peels, superficial peels. Something like the Ordinary or the Drunk Elephant would be considered a superficial peel. So something like that, but they're strong. I'm going to rinse it off in a minute because I can tell my skin is starting to sting a little bit. So my skin is on the dry side. So certain peels like that are just fine to use at home. There's medium peels. This one is considered a TCA peel, which uses stronger concentrations of glycolic acid. I'm going to put the little lid back on here because I didn't get to finish it. Okay. Anyway, and then there's deep peels, which you want to do at an esthetician's office. Okay, so I'm going to rinse this off quick. And I just got a little cloth, and I'm going to rinse it off that way. Okay. Or these little towels are perfect, too. We'll use just a tiny bit of a Bean dental cleanser, just like a dime size amount. Okay, there we go. I'm going to use a little bit of moisturizer over it and a really good sunscreen. Actually, I'm just going to go with the Cosrx Snail Essence for now. So, how long you can leave it on just depends on your skin. What did I get, 3 minutes in? 2? My skin was like, nope, that's good. But this is one of the more gentle ones. And a lot of the stronger ones, I recommend going to a professional because different peels require different processes. So some of them require neutralization. So they'll put the peel on. You'll sit and see how long you can leave it on for tolerably until it gets stinging. And then they'll apply a neutralizing layer to it. So that makes it really nice. My skin not as happy with me. So different peels, different procedures. Some of them can be really expensive too. So that's why sometimes things like this are nice if you can do them at home, but listen to your skin. If your skin is like, that's enough. And I've read people doing crazy things like microneedling while they're doing a peel. I don't recommend that. when you're combining different things, it just seems like a disaster waiting to happen. So I would rely on the professionals for that, but that's just me. So anyway, you don't have to listen to me. So anyway, so superficial peels, things like that. Medium peels, this would probably be considered a medium peel. And then deep peels, they use phenol or high concentrations of TCA, and it penetrates deep into the skin layers. You'll usually, it helps with severe wrinkles, severe damage, significant hyperpigmentation. And if you're not going to use sunscreen, don't even bother doing it, because it's going to be, you're not going to be happy in the long run. So anyway, so consulting with a dermatologist or esthetician is smart. So there's also things like fruit enzyme peels. They use things like papaya or pineapple to gently exfoliate your skin. Those are nice and will help brighten your skin up a little bit, which is a nice option. So research them. Do a lot of digging. If you're going to do it at home, know what you're doing. Listen to your skin, because you don't want to end up doing damage to your skin. And peels, very strong peels, there's a lot of technology that goes into it, and there's a lot of research and expertise and knowledge, knowing things like frosting, the neutralization layer, adding second and third layers onto it. You want to leave that in the hands of a professional if possible. So patch testing is important. Sunscreen after peel is a must. And covering your skin with a hat, covering your face with a hat. I own a car that's a convertible. I never take the top down ever unless a friend requests it. And if they do, I'm covering my whole self up as possible. So, and then also start at a lower peel. This one I would consider, if you can tolerate something like this peel might be a nice option. But if you've never done a peel, you have sensitive skin, you're better off starting at a weak concentration and building up over the course of months than starting with a strong one, because it can really damage your skin for a long time. So you don't want to, it's acid. You know what I mean? It's nothing, it's acid. That's all I have to say. It's acid. So start weak and work your way up. Don't overdo it. Hydrate and soothe your skin in between. So this is something you can work your way up. So keep your mind, but glycolic acid is going to be the most popular for at-home options, because it works nicely in conjunction with the small molecules. It penetrates your skin nice, so it helps with gentle exfoliation and boosts collagen. So start out low and you can work your way up, and definitely don't use any peel overnight. Lactic acid is another alpha-hydroxy acid. It's mild and hydrating, but it's great for improving skin tone, hyperpigmentation, and texture, and can help brighten the skin out. Salicylic acid peels are nice for acne or oily prone skin, because it's great for cleaning out the pores. It goes deep into your skin, into your pores to clean them out, unclogs them. So great for blackheads and just clearing up acne. And then mandelic acid peels, it's another option. It's great for acne prone skin, exfoliates and has antibacterial properties. So there's nice options for everybody. And so a peel in an office can be $700, $800. So they're not cheap. So if you can do a little bit more gentle things at home, it's probably a little bit more affordable, especially being able to buy something like this. I'll link to this below. So far I've really enjoyed this one, and I'll save a little bit what I have left, and I'll do it again probably a week from today. And so in the past I've been able to leave it on a little bit longer, but just listen to your skin. It just depends. My skin was pretty dry yesterday. You know what? Because I was kind of lazy in the morning. I didn't do my skincare like I usually do. I didn't really go anywhere. So I was a little bit lazy. So usually I can leave it on about 5 minutes. But so it's nice. Once you rinse it off, it feels nice and use some good hydration and things like that. But this one's a nice one to be able to work your way up. And if you have a needle to remove the product instead of opening it, that's especially if you think you're only into your face. But if you're into your face, neck, décolleté, hands, things like that, you're better off just doing it. And if you tolerate it well, don't leave it on for more than 10 minutes. But if you tolerate it well, after 3 or 4 minutes, you could pat on another layer if your skin is handling it okay. But just start out slow. That's my biggest thing. So anyway, so leave a comment with any questions or anything like that. I'm curious what your thoughts are. So leave them below, and I will see you guys more tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.